Thank you. So I am a teacher, and there's a lot of conversation right now in schools about sustainability and making greener choices. And one would think that food would be a fantastic vehicle for encouraging conversations with students because we all eat. But unfortunately, images like this are pretty far removed from many of our urban students. So thinking about where our food comes from and therefore how we make greener choices about it is pretty far removed for many of our local kids. Asked in many elementary schools, this is where students will tell you that food comes from. It comes from the grocery store. And there may not have been a lot of thought about where it came from before that or how it arrived there. There are tons of great resources for teaching about food and agriculture in British Columbia, but for some reason, those resources are having a difficult time permeating into our mainstream classroom programs. And I'm started to try to figure out, well, what is the missing link about getting that information into our classrooms? And I realized that for many of our students, the closest they will have actually come to a food-producing farm is the pumpkin patch on a primary grade field trip. And issues of logistics and location do sometimes make it difficult for teachers to get their students into meaningful places and experiences with farms, food, and agriculture. So I started to think, well, if we can't get the kids to the farm, perhaps we should start thinking about a way to bring the farm to the city. So this is, oopsie, now we're stuck. This is my brain. Lots of ideas floating around and concepts that I would like to see connected closer to our North Shore students. And so the concept has become Farm Day in the City, the opportunity for a celebration and exploration of food, farms, and agriculture brought to the North Shore in the spring of 2012. And like, oops, I missed a spot. Sorry. This spot may be familiar to some of you. Formerly unused park space in the city of North Vancouver. This is Lutet Farm, now a food-producing farm in the city. And our hope is to use the parking lot and the adjacent spaces at Lutet as the site for Farm Day in the City in 2012. Like the farm, Farm Day in the City is sort of a work in progress. We sort of sowed the seeds by speaking with over 20 community-based organizations related to farm, food, and agriculture who are interested in sharing their passions with our North Shore students and their teachers. So we've got sort of two big ideas for the day, two big goals. One is to provide a hands-on experience for our students where they're getting right in with food, agriculture, and animals. And the second is to provide opportunities for classroom teachers to connect with meaningful curriculum resources that they might consider taking back to their classrooms to further their conversation or learning with their students back at school. So we are envisioning a day that kind of appeals to the senses, both for big people and for little people. Taste, we all like to eat. So we envision opportunities for kids to taste local food. We have the BC Fruit and Vegetable Program, which provides foods to schools, as well as hopefully cooking opportunities with some of our high school chefs programs. We've got smells, compost. North Shore Recycling does a fantastic program of worm composting for classrooms. So we'd like to have kids have the opportunity to experience that. And then lots of hands-on opportunity, like the BC Dairy Classroom, which allows kids to actually milk a cow, things like seed planting stations, and the PNE Discovery Farm, bringing portions of its summer program to the site as well. So we've got some colorful characters to round things out. The flower peddler, who makes grain uses grain and uses his bicycle to turn that into flowers, which I think the kids will think is pretty cool. And then we've connected with some other support organizations like BC Agriculture in the Classroom and Metro Vancouver. So if you are interested in bringing the farm closer to the city, we would invite you to come. I think we're table 5? Thanks, ladies. Table 5, to come and have a conversation about ways that you might be able to help us, whether it's with ideas of other organizations or activities that you think kids and teachers might connect well with. If you've got organizational skills, marketing experience, access to resources like tents or tables to make the day actually work, or even just willing hands on the day of the event to help run things smoothly for our North Shore kids and students. So I hope you'll join me in bringing North Shore Farm Day in the city to reality for the spring of 2012.